We're out in the shop today. I hope everybody's having a beautiful time. If we look over here, we can see here's our Camaro we're working on. We're going to go over here and look at that. I went ahead and replaced, I'm sorry, I didn't replace nothing. I went ahead and built the motor. Came out beautiful. There's several items that don't come with this engine when you buy it. One of them is the fuel pump. You don't get a temperature sensor or an oil sensor, which I mounted down here. And I did my investigation. I recently found out that all of the accessories, including, let's say, the alternator, power steering pump, and the air compressor, are not brand new from the factory. They are remanufactured. So you're paying $13,500 for a turnkey engine and all the accessories that make it work are rebuilt. They're remanufactured. You might as well say you went and bought them at Napa Auto Parts. So there you go. We got the carburetor on. I got all the fuel lines hooked up. Everything's working beautiful. And I just got the sending unit for the gas tank in. I'm going to go ahead and put that in tomorrow. We're probably going to hook the old radiator up, just kind of linger it in here. We're just going to set it in here just so we can start it up, test run it, see how it runs. I still got to hook up the power steering. We got to get that hooked up. So I got to call Borgeson and find out what lines I need to buy. The thread pitch on the lines from the gearbox over to the power steering pump. So it's moving along. Everything's looking great. Okay, there's your Camaro. The Camaro's getting in line, and it's looking fucking awesome. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's go. We're going to go down the line today, people. I want everybody to pay attention because this is 30 days after my surgery. I want to show everybody. You can see what's going on. You see what I'm doing here. I'm walking. I'm going in circles. I'm skipping. Okay, my knee surgery came out great. And everything is working beautiful. I got a scar. It's still swelled up and it hurts. But what can you expect? What we are expecting, though, is that it's going to get better every day, and it is getting better every day. I'm going to have this knee done. When am I going to have this knee done? I'm going to have this knee done November 21st. So by the time I get this done, this one should be 100% healed up. The main thing that really sucks on my surgery is they put a tourniquet around your leg right here, and there's a buckle or something right here where they fill it with air, and this hurts to the touch. There's like a bruise that's about 3 or 4 inches into my leg. So yeah, that still hurts. But as far as the knee goes, I mean, you can kind of see it right here. I don't know if I can get my leg up there. Okay, you can see it right there. And another thing, you kind of see how far I'm bending my leg. Really bending good. This is the farthest I've ever bent it right here. They claim that I should have a 145 to 148 degree bend when it's all over. So I've been doing everything that I'm supposed to do, people. If you get a knee replacement, you have to do everything they tell you to do. If you are a lazy person and you're going to lay around and do nothing, you are going to fuck up. You've got to be active through this whole thing. I get up every morning at 5:30. I do my stretch exercises and all these other exercises, and then I go walk 2 miles. When I get back, I take Axel for a walk, my dog, and then my day starts by that time. So it's very important, if you get a joint replacement like I've gotten, okay, look what's going on. All right, you have to be active and you can't give up. One more thing I want to mention is I took my bicycle out, I went riding, and it hurt my knee extremely excruciatingly. That was last week when I went riding. So I'm going to go ahead tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and go bike riding again tomorrow. Let me show you my bike that I ride. Now, this is my street bike. I got a mountain bike as well, but right now I can't be doing any mountain biking. That's pretty much out of the question until probably next spring. So let me get my bike and I want to go over it with you. I'm going to show it to you. So here's my street bike that I ride right here. And I want to make sure that I get that in focus because I want to tell you all something about bike riding. Let me get over here and show you. Okay, we're going to walk over. So how's everybody doing tonight on a Sunday, beautiful Sunday night that we're having? The weather has been pretty hot out here in Moab. I hope everybody is A-okay where they're at. And please give me a thumbs up. Let me know that we got volume. Can somebody please give me a thumbs up and let me know that you can hear me really good? I don't see anybody giving me a thumbs up. Do we have? Yeah, it's hot in Idaho. Okay, got a thumbs up. Alan, Alien Wing, Air Grabber. Okay, everybody's coming back. How y'all doing today? Okay, let's go over my bicycle. First of all, I want to say a couple things about fucking bicycle riding. And I don't want anybody to get offended to this. Let me get a chair. I'm going to sit down. Okay, I got my chair right here. Okay, so what we're looking at here, this is an XL frame. This is an aluminum bike. It's made by a company called Salsa, and it is a brand. Not the brand, but the model of this bike is called a Journeyman. Now these are 17, I believe, 17C tires, or no, 37C. I don't remember what they are. They're equal to a 19-inch. No, 29er. They're equal to a 29er. And this is what you call a gravel bike, people. This is a gravel bike. This is specific. That's a hardtail bike. You can see that. This is also called a bike packer bike. Now, there's a lot of people out there in the world that bike pack. And what that is they load their bike down and then they will literally travel thousands of miles on their bicycle, camping out every night, living off the land, blah, blah, blah. That was my intention when I got this bike. Minnie has one just like it, that we were going to start bike packing. Well, we never got to that stage due to the fact that right there, and of course this one as well. You can see I wear this on a daily basis. When my knee starts hurting, I can pull it up. And sometimes I'll pull it up right to here and it'll make it feel good. And sometimes I got to go all the way up over the knee. But I always keep that on. And I used to wear one on this knee, but I don't wear one anymore. But from having knee problems, I haven't had the chance to go out bike packing. So this is my street bike, and this is what I ride approximately 18 to 28 miles a day throughout the city and surrounding area of Moab, Utah. And I used to ride it in Dallas at certain places. One of them was called White Rock Lake. We'd go out there 2 to 3 times a week and ride our bikes. I love bike riding. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you something about bike riding. If you're going to bike ride, do not buy a bike at Walmart. If you want to get into bike riding, bicycling, buy a high-end bike. It's well worth it. You get what you pay for when you buy a bicycle. I'm going to tell you that right now. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you pay $100, $200 for a bike, you're going to get the cheapest bike made. Now, I hope everybody's sitting down over there because I'm going to tell you how much this bicycle costs after saving pennies for about 3 or 4 years. This is a $1,700 bicycle. just like you see it. 1,700, well, it doesn't have, I got a radio up here, I got a headlight, and I got a tail light. That ain't added. And then, of course, my bag with all my extra stuff in case I get a flat tire on the road or whatever happens. But what you're looking at is $1,700. But I can guarantee you this, if you got on this bike and you rode this bike with the gear ratio on the crankset and the rear sprocket set, you would be feeling like you are floating on earth. I can ride this bicycle anywhere I want, up any incline that I want, down any hill that I want, and it's like floating on air. So always remember, if you buy a bicycle and you want to get into bicycling, do not buy a cheap, inexpensive bike. Save your money and get a bike that's a professional bike like the Salsa Journeyman. Another thing is you got to have the right frame. Now I'm 6'5", XL is my size, okay? I also got some bars. My bars are extra wide. And the reason for that is because of my neck. So you got to set your bike up and you got to ride it and you got to be comfortable on it. Originally this bicycle, when you purchase it from the factory, it comes with hydraulic brakes on it, hydraulic disc brakes. I specifically took mine off. I like disc brakes for mountain biking, extreme downhill mountain biking, which I do at ski resorts with my wife Minnie. But as far as a bike like this, I do not like hydraulic brakes, and I'm going to tell you why. Is because if the hydraulic brake system breaks down when you're out 50, 100 miles, 75 miles away, you are fucking screwed. I have cable-driven brakes on this. They're adjustable. I can adjust them myself. I can actuate them to the feel and the touch that I want, and that's exactly what I like. This is not a 21-speed bike. This is not a 78-speed bike. This has one gear. Let me go ahead and turn that around. Okay, do you see that? I think that's a 42-tooth gear on the crank, and it's got 11 gears on the back. This is an 11-speed. But I can keep up with anybody on any bike that has 99 gears. That's another misconception of bicycling, is that you have to have a bike that's got 3 crank gears on it and 15 gears back here. You don't need all that. My mountain bike is the same way. I have 1 crank gear and I got 9 speeds on my mountain bike. That's it. So to get a bicycle like this, you're probably laughing at me saying you're stupid. All right, this is $1,700 fucking dollars that you're looking at. I love my bike. If you're a bicyclist and you love bicycling, then you need to get a high-end bike. Plain and simple. You might be that guy out there that likes to fucking cook. Am I bitching and complaining at you about the cookware that you bought for $3,000? No. You might be the guy that likes to fucking jog. Am I bitching at you because you paid $499 for some special pair of fucking bullshit shoes that make you feel like you're on air? Do you get the picture here, people? If you're going to do something in life, you want to do it right, get the right shit to do it with. Plain and simple. This is my street bike right here. This is what I ride, and I fucking love it, bitch. I'm going to put my bike away now. I think I said enough about bicycles. No, I haven't said enough. I want to say one more thing about bikes. And there's going to be some people out there that are going to tell me to fuck off. There's going to be people out there that's going to say you're full of shit. Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. Pedal assist bicycles. Anybody heard of them? Electric fucking bicycles. Anybody heard of them? Let me tell you something. If you're disabled, or you have serious chronic arthritis, or you have an issue that you can't ride a bicycle but you want to, then go out and get a pedal assist bike. If you are a strong individual, there's nothing wrong with you, you can get on a bicycle and ride it faster than I can, then you're a lazy ass piece of shit to go out and spend all that money on a pedal assist fucking electric bike and go out on these trails out here and shove people off the trails because you're going 95 fucking miles an hour while everybody else is doing 20 and 30. Because you think you're better than the rest of the crowd with your electric piece of shit bike. Now, I'm getting 2 fucking knee replacements here, and I will ride a pedal bike. I will not get an electric bike. Now, my buddy H-Ball, Mr. fucking Volkswagen, he's got chronic arthritis. He's got the big elbows, the big fucking knees. His ankles are fucked up. You know, his hands are all fucked up. So, yeah, he's going to go spend $10,000, $15,000 for a fucking electric bike. Do you understand? There's a place for everything and everything in its place. And if you are a healthy human being, fuck you and your electric fucking bike. You're a lazy ass son of a bitch. I said enough about bicycles. Let's move down the fucking road and get this show fucking going, bitch. Okay, now that we've talked about bicycles, I don't know if anybody out there can relate to bicycling. Bicycling is an awesome situation. It's it's one of the best exercises for cardiovascular, to keep your heart going and to keep your blood pumping. Get a bicycle, do what you gotta fucking do, and do it right. Let's talk about the fucking Mustang. Can we do that now? Let's get over here. We're gonna look at the Mustang. We got the Mustang on the ground. What does everybody think of that? We got custom total, what is this called? Total Control Products suspension front and rear. Okay? This is some badass motherfucking shit going on here, people. I'm 6'5". You can kind of see how the car looks. Okay? Now, this is an adjustable rear suspension and front suspension. So he'll be able to adjust the ride height and the, what can we say, the tweakness of the springs, this, that, and the other, and all that. Well, I'm going to get the camera. I'm going to try to get up under there. Matter of fact, I ain't going to do that because my knee's fucked up. We're not doing it. Watch the videos on it. You'll love them. We are doing the final bodywork on the Mustang, believe it or not. Anybody that's been following me on this car, on DIY Auto School, there is 40 fucking videos on this car as of today. This car came to my shop as one of the worst restoration jobs I ever did. But I stuck to my fucking guns and I got it done. I got this side of the roof done last week. This side will be done this week. And then we're going to move down. I want everybody to pay attention here. This is epoxy primer. You don't see any super build where the primer epoxy is, am I right? I'm going to tell you why. These are brand new quarter panels. These are the best quarter panels I ever used in my life. Listen up close. I want you to pay attention. If you're restoring a car, I want you to get online and check this company out. It's called Muscle Car GT. You got to pay extra for these quarter panels. You got to pay extra for their body parts, but they are guaranteed to fit better than factory. Look at this quarter panel. There's no fucking bodywork in it. No bodywork. The only bodywork is where I splice and diced it together. That's it. Okay? Muscle Car GT. I'll put a link in the description of this video. This Mustang is coming out beautiful. It's an awesome fucking Mustang. And I'm very, very proud of this car because this was a lot of work. And one of the reasons I'm proud, I'm the only motherfucker that's worked on it. All the lame brain, loser ass, clown clock employees that I had didn't put a finger on us. We had Weekly Loser help me drill the spot welds off of the cowling. That's about it. Everything else, me and my sidekick, Minnie, the body shop girl, helped. So we're getting this done. It's going to be red. It's going to be badass, and it's going to be a beautiful car. Let's fucking move down the road. We got a lot of action going on tonight, people. Got a lot of action going on. I'm going to go ahead and reset my camera. I hope everybody's having a beautiful day out there. We're looking at a car. I'm going to go ahead and raise the tripod up just like that. Okay. We're going to come down here and we're going to go ahead and talk about the money pit. The money pit isn't looking good, folks. The money pit is not in my best interest right now, and I'm going to tell you why. I traded out a restoration job for this car. This car, not this particular car, but this style, this is a Class 5. This is a Class 5 Baja. That means this is a certified Class 5 Baja 500 race car. Okay? This was one of my dreams to have one of these all my life. Well, it took me, let's see, Herbie the Love Bug, I was about 6 years old. So it took me 55 years to actually get one. So when I was introduced to this car and the history that's behind this car that I found out about it, I was really, really excited to get it. I wanted to make some modifications to this car. I wanted to take the race seats out of it. I'm going to go ahead and street legal this car. I'm going to make it street legal so I can drive it around Moab. But it'll also be an off-road car. I'm going to put turn signals on. I'm going to rewire the whole fucking thing. The wire harness is screwed. I got to do all the brakes. Basically, it's got to be a restoration job. Okay? I'm a little bit upset about the car because I didn't realize that this car had that many issues going on. Now, this Baja has power steering on it. This is a power steering car. It's got a Ford power steering gearbox. The lines went all the way to the back, and then it's got a power steering pump and all this other shit to make it work. But it leaks. But I didn't know that when I traded. Do you see where we're going with this? Every time that I talk to the previous owner, oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you this. Oh, did you notice all the rims? All these rims are bent. I got to buy brand new rims. The fucking tires are 25 years old. If I buy rims, might as well get brand new fucking tires. This thing has turned into a fucking money pit, domino effect fucking car. All the shocks need to be rebuilt. I took the fuel cell out of it. I'm going to put a regular gas tank in it. It's going to be a 20-gallon gas tank. I'm going to go ahead and make a half windshield for this. I'm going to take the aluminum dash out. I guess if you want to walk around and we'll look at it while I'm talking, that might be the best thing to do, is if I grab my camera and we kind of do like this, and then I can go like that. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is a Class 5 Baja. Now, this is a fiberglass front end. I'll put the camera back up there and I'll show you that. But what a Class 5 is now, I want you to pay close attention to this car. This has a complete full body roll cage built inside the car and out. All right. This was custom built. You can kind of see it down there. It's got the original floor pan and it's all completely caged up, top and bottom. You got it, just like that. It's got a 3-rib bus transmission. That's all high performance, custom built. Yeah, there's the 3 ribs, I believe, back there. You can see them right there if you count 1, 2, 3. This is where the fuel cell was. I got rid of that. We're going to cut all that out. I'm going to mount my gas tank back here, and then I'm going to make it where it comes out that hole over there. Here's our power steering reservoir. These are our shocks. We got 3 of these on each side. And if you look really close, you can see where 2 of them are fucking leaking seriously bad. Yeah, so this is a badass car, people. I'm not going to lie to you. Here's our power steering right here. And then, of course, it goes down here. I'm going to have to make a belt tensioner for this. So I'll have to make something. I'll make a bracket that comes down here and then a belt tensioner wheel to keep that belt from vibrating. But this is a badass boy. I'm not going to bullshit you. This is a badass car. And, I mean, I love it, okay? The only thing that I regret is that the previous owner didn't tell me everything that was wrong with it until after we traded. But I'm not going to get mad at him because I believe that the trade was worth it. and it's going to be a badass car. So let's go over here, and I want to show you how extreme this thing is. This is no bullshit built in your garage at home Volkswagen. This is a fiberglass front end that comes off the car, and I'm going to go ahead and take it off. And you can see the frame structure in there. Put that right there. And you can basically see what's going on. This is a full-bore race car. This is a professional built car that is a Class 5 Baja. So I think I got a good deal. The only problem is I don't have any money to build the car. I got to rebuild all the brakes on it. I got to replace all the 3 cylinders. It's got a hydraulic clutch that doesn't work. The steering brake inside, that needs replaced. All the brake lines need replaced. The wiring harness and all the wiring on this is fucking 90 years old. Here's some, kind of get the idea on the wiring. You can see what's going on here. So I need to replace all the gauges that are in it. I'm gonna get rid of all them stupid switches. I don't know what those are for. And I never even started. I don't even know if it'll run. But more than likely the carburetors are fucked, if you get my drift. Now, let's get down to business, and I'm gonna go over something here. And I'm gonna tell everybody out there, I already said something about this on DIY Auto School, and nobody replied back, which is fine with me. I don't really give a shit. But we're going to go over some stuff here, because I'm going to try to fund the build of my Volkswagen with my artwork. So what you're looking at in these boxes is aluminum pictures I had printed on, pictures that I have taken and I have printed on aluminum. These 2 boxes, what you're looking at is over $1,000 of art print that I had to pay to have these printed. So we're going to open this one up first, and I want to show you these beautiful pictures. I hope my camera is in sync here. Let's go ahead and do this first. This one here weighs about 60 pounds. There we go. So these are pictures that I took, and then I had them printed 2 years ago, and they've been inside this box ever since. And I'm going to bring them down here and show you how beautiful this stuff is. And then I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with them. So we're going to look at all these pictures. So I hope everybody out there is cool with that and doesn't have a problem with it. I see we're not getting a lot of comments, which that's fine as well. So if we look at the first print, that's, you guessed it, out in the desert somewhere in Moab. Okay, we got Concho. Concho Pete asked if they were for sale. Yes, they are for sale, but let me finish the story, please. This is how I'm going to try to fund the build job of my dream car, my Baja, that I've always wanted. Now, I've already slaved my ass off for 2.5 months to get that car with no money at all. But this is an aluminum print, and this is a beautiful picture out in the desert of, I believe it's up at Dead Horse. And it's on aluminum, okay? And it's just a beautiful, awesome picture. Now, here's another one. And this one here is in John Wayne country out in Monument Valley. This is where John Wayne made all his movies. And that's a beautiful picture. And then we even got these. This is a junkyard scene from my buddy's junkyard out in Alvarado, Texas. No, not Alvarado, Bowie, Texas. This is a picture that I took out there. All these pictures that we're looking at. Here's an awesome picture right here of a Hudson, if anybody's into the old Hudson. But all these pictures you're looking at were taken with my iPhone. And these are etched on aluminum. These are printed on aluminum. This is an aluminum picture. This one right here, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, this is almost a collector item. And the reason for is in the background, you see that gas station in the background? That gas station was there from the early 1900s. I believe it was 1919 is when it was built. And last year they demolished it and tore it down. And I'm actually the last person that got pictures of it. And I went ahead and added this. It says LaSalle Mountains on it, and then it also says, what does that say? Moab, Utah on the top. I put that there. Now this picture is photoshopped, people. This truck is a picture of a truck that I took in a junkyard, and then I extracted the truck from the picture and put it in this picture. So that's a badass picture, and that is a rare commodity. Nobody else in the world has that. This is a machine that they used to use out here. This is a farm machine. This is sitting on the side of the road somewhere out in the middle of Utah that I took. Beautiful artwork that you can see. All these pictures are beautiful. I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just being honest. Let me turn some of these around. Here's a tractor. If you're into tractors, awesome picture. Okay, let's keep moving down the road. We got some beautiful foliage of the Moab Desert, Utah Desert. Here's a badass little ride right here, black and white. Awesome situation going on. This was in my buddy's junkyard. Here's another one in my buddy's junkyard, except this one's in color. That's a beautiful picture right there. So you see that I got a lot of shit going on. I got a lot of pictures. Like I said, it cost me over $1,000 to have all these printed 2 years ago. Anybody that knows Cadillacs, that's the most famous picture in the world. But that's actually the real car. That's a 1959 Cadillac tail fin. Okay? If this is boring, you go somewhere else. There's a lot of YouTube videos to watch besides mine. That's the Colorado River right there. This is in a place called Chicken Corners. This is actually Dead Horse Canyon and the Colorado River, but look how beautiful the sky is. Look how beautiful that is. One thing about the aluminum prints, they do not fade out. They do not scratch. You can put them outside. Beautiful picture of a Lincoln. That's a rare car right there. I almost bought that car. That's a 1960 model. They only made I believe they only made 700 of them. I almost bought that to restore it, and then I thought, well, I don't have any fucking money, so I'll go ahead and take a picture. Okay. This picture is a buddy of mine that lives in town here. This is a car that he has sitting over at his place. And I grabbed a picture of that, and I thought that it was pretty awesome picture, the way that the colors were shining from the sun and the reflections. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Here's one that's been photoshopped. Let me go ahead and show you that. And this was a junkyard scene that I took, and you can see, if you look real close, you can see the snow. So this picture, I happened to take this in a junkyard in Colorado, and it happened to have snow. And then what I did is I photoshopped the cars in the picture of Monument Valley, which is John Wayne country. So I thought that was pretty cool. Here's another one. Now, this place is still there. They didn't tear this down. Somebody bought this property, but it has been photoshopped with that truck. And if you remember the picture I showed you of the other garage, that was the same truck. That's the same truck. But this building's still there, but I went ahead and added Service Station Moab, Utah. It didn't have Moab on there. I did that. I photoshopped that in. And then here's an old favorite of mine. This is a Dodge Coronet. This is out of my buddy's junkyard. And the thing about this car that I love, I got a couch out in the front of my shop made out of the same car, is I had one of these cars for about 16 years, and it was a car that I always wanted to get running. That's why I kept it for so long. I had the clear title on it. It was a complete car. I could have restored it, got it running, and I was just going to leave it like it was. But this fucking production company came to my shop called Huff Productions and conned me into making a reality TV show. This is a famous scenery in Moab, Utah. This is called the Schaefer Trail. And if you look real close, you can follow the trail all the way out. And it goes all the way here. And it comes around. And down in this area right in here, that's where the Colorado River is. And that's where you can see right here. You can't see it in there, but right here. And again, it goes behind here. But down in this area, that's where the Grand Canyon starts in Moab, Utah. And that's where the car of Thelma and Louise flew off the canyon wall and into the river. But that's a famous place that's a famous tourist site right there with all the switchbacks called Schaefer Trail. I was telling you about my Dodge. Let me go ahead and finish that. So this fucking production company cons me and Minnie into making this bullshit reality TV show. Anybody that's into Volkswagens, look at that badass picture. Now that picture is badass, people. I'm sorry, but I just got to agree with myself on that. And when they got to my shop, they conned me into cutting up my Dodge Coronet and making a desk out of it and for the TV show, telling me how I was going to be this popular guy. I was going to be the next Boyd Coddington and all this shit. Well, it all turned out to be bullshit, and I lost my fucking ass, and Minnie didn't get paid a dime, and nobody else in the thing got paid a dime. We ended up spending $15,750 to make these fucking bullshit TV shows. I told them, get the fuck off my property. This is a beautiful picture. This is Monument Valley again. Look at that. Look at the beautiful colors in this, people. Okay? And then, this is out of my buddy's junkyard. I want to show that to you. That's just the front end of a Ford. But I caught the light coming off over here. I believe it was early in the morning. But, I mean, this picture kind of tells the story of the old rancher that the engine blew out of his car, and he just, this is what old ranchers did in Texas. When their cars broke down, they couldn't drive more, they just parked them out in the field. And they just left them there. And they never sold them. If you go talk to one of these guys, they'll never sell their car. But they always kept their old cars either stacked behind the barn or just out in the field. You can see the hay line there. So that's kind of a beautiful picture. I, kind of like it. So let's go ahead and put all these ones away. And then I'm going to show you the big ones, and then I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. And once again, if I'm boring you with my artwork, please don't hesitate to click out and go somewhere else and watch somebody else's video, because this is just the situation we have. Today's a good day. I'm happy. I'm glad that I'm actually glad that I woke up this morning and I saw the sunrise and everybody's alive. Okay, if we want to say that, everybody's alive and well. And, we all should pray to God about the beautifulness that we have in our life. Okay, let's go ahead and look at these other ones here. I'm not reading the comments because I can't see them. So if you want me to answer any questions, I'm sorry. I'm actually behind the camera. So we're going to go ahead and open these ones and look at them. Now, these are some big ones here, people. I don't even remember what these pictures were. This was 2 years ago when I had this done. And like I said, I kind of got a plan. And I'm going to give my YouTubers first dibs on the situation. So let me get this open without ruining them. And you can see these ones are very, very big. These are some big boys here. These are not little ones. Okay? I don't know what they are. I forgot. I haven't looked at them in 2 years. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give my faithful YouTubers, how y'all doing out there? I'm going to give my faithful YouTubers first dibs on these. And a lot of you are going to say fuck off, which is fine. I don't give a shit. I really don't. I really don't, to be honest with you. Because I like to keep my artwork. Minnie the Body Shop girl, she gets mad at me. But, I mean, that's life, you know. So what we got here, this is the LaSalle Mountains. And this truck that you see in the picture, I photoshopped that truck in there and made it look like it was sitting out in the middle of nowhere at the LaSalle Mountains. Beautiful picture, but look at the size of this thing, people. Look how big this thing is. It's awesome. Let's set that over there. Here's another picture of the old gas station. It's a bigger one, blown up bigger one. Same picture, it's just bigger. Badass picture. I love that picture. Here's a picture of my buddy's junkyard, Trenton. Trenton's an awesome guy. If you live in Texas and you want to go see a junkyard, go to Bowie, Texas and visit Trenton. So we got a couple old cars and trucks or whatever these are here. Just, you know, random stuff going on, people. Look at that LaSalle Mountains. This is a picture that I took from Arches National Park. And these are the LaSalle Mountains. But look at the beautiful colors in the sky. I mean, just an awesome, beautiful picture. Here's a picture of the old Ford out in the field, another one. Let's keep moving down the road. Here's a picture of Moab, some of the beautiful rock scenery that Moab has to offer. I'm looking at them upside down, but yeah. So you kind of get the idea of what we got here. We got a lot of action going on. Here's our buddy Trenton's junkyard, and that is an old, I believe that's a Thunder. No, that's not a Thunderbird. Damn, I'm tongue-tied. If you know what kind of car that is, let me know. I forgot. Look at that big-ass fucking bumper. This is history, people. This is when cars were made. This is when a car was actually built in America. This is 100 authentic % made in America. Right there, people. Look at that fucking thing. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. You can use this artwork for your man cave. You can use it for your garage. You can use it in your house. Beautiful situation. I got this picture hanging up in my office. It's an Edsel, 1958, my favorite car in the whole wide world. Here's an awesome picture right here of the desert floor. And you can see that big canyon wall back there, that plateau. The cactuses of Moab. Something to really see. Here's another old classic. When cars were made, I believe that's an Oldsmobile. Yeah, that's an Oldsmobile. Oldsmobile actually had the most chrome ever put on a car was the 1950 Oldsmobile. That had more chrome on it. That and the 58 Buick had more chrome than any car ever built. It was unbelievable. This was a leftover piece that the guy that printed them for me, he went ahead and did that. And he went ahead and just, made that. But I will sell that. It does have my name on it. Another project Pete is working on. Wow. That's pretty cool. And then we get into this one here. What is this? Is this a Cadillac? Oh, this is a Catalina. This is a Pontiac Catalina taillight. So let me go ahead and randomly go. This is a beautiful picture. Look how we photoshopped this and made it look like it does. I mean, yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let's finish this out just real quick. Here's this one. Okay, and then we got this one here. All right, and this one here I actually have hanging in my shop, in my office. A smaller version of it. This is actually pretty cool. It has all the cars in a row. And then this one here was randomly sitting out there in the field. It was some rat rod that somebody was building, custom lead sled, and never finished it. Okay, now that we've seen all these pictures, and that was a boring situation, I understand. This is what's going to happen. I am going to custom frame these pictures, and I'm going to go get a picture and show you exactly what I'm talking about. And I am going to frame these pictures, custom frame, and then I'm going to sell them. And that's how I am going to fund my, that's how I'm going to fund my build of my Volkswagen. So let me get this picture over here. And I don't want you to focus on the picture. I want you to focus on the frame itself, if you don't mind. Because that's really what we're looking at. And every frame that I make for these pictures, okay, every frame that I make for these pictures is going to be different. They will not be the same. So here's a picture right here. This is a picture I made. That's a picture that I took. That's a frame right there. And every frame that I make will be made out of heavy steel, just like what you're looking at, and it'll be 3D, just like what you're looking at. I'll go ahead and add some type of little artistic design to it, possibly. Some won't have that, some will, and they're going to be one-off, unique portraits. How much do I sell these for? Here's the back of it right here. Let me show you. Okay, there you go. So how much are we going to sell these for, my friend Pete? Well, let's go ahead and calculate this out. First of all, we got to go ahead and put all the money in that it costs to do this. How much money do we got in the steel? How much money do we got in the sheet metal? How much money do we got in the picture, printing the picture out ourselves? How much money do we got in the welding supplies? And then last but not least, how much do we got in labor? A picture this size right here, it's going to go for $300, people. $300 to $375, depending on the picture. Okay? The smaller ones, they're going to go between $150 to $250. I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm not going to lie. If I don't sell them, I don't care. All right? But what I'm going to do is I am not going to make frames for them until they're actually sold. I don't want to close my shop down and make 50 or 60 pictures and then have them sitting here collecting dust like this one's doing. The last time I did this, I made 20 of these things. This was the only one that didn't sell. All the other ones sold. So, I mean, they do sell, and that's the situation we have. That's my idea of possibly funding myself to get my Baja running so I can do something in life and have fun. Besides hang out here in my shop and work all day long, every day. Because this is basically what I do 7 days a week, people, right here. I actually have a razor. I have a Polaris razor. It's in my paint booth outside. I haven't drove that thing in over a month due to my knee action, over 2 months. But I will get driving it. And this is a project that I want to do. And I'm trying to fund myself by doing it. I'm not asking for GoFundMe. I'm not asking for Patreon. I'm not giving you my PayPal account. I'm asking people out there, okay, if you're interested in one of these, if you're interested in something you saw, call my shop phone number in the description. Tell Minnie the Body Shop Girl. Let's get going on that, and let's see if we can get this Baja running, and we can put everybody's name. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. For everybody that buys a picture and donates, or should I say, contributes to building my Baja, I am going to put their name on the car. How does that sound? Because I'm not painting this car. This is a famous Baja car that won 3 Baja 500s in a row. And it's actually a collector's item car, just like it sits. But I will go ahead and add your name, and I'll show you what we'll do. We'll start out right here. This is where we're going to start out. And your name will be on my friend Pete's Baja. Okay? As a contributor to getting this bitch piece of shit running. Okay, enough sales pitch action going on. I don't even like doing that crap, people. So if you don't want to contribute, don't worry about it. I'm not going to get mad. Trust me. All right? I love my pictures. If I don't sell them, I'll keep them. I don't care. But I thought I'd go ahead and throw that out, and everybody might get a kick out of it. So let's look at the GTO real quick. Here's the other project we're working on. And if you look right here, we just got done stripping it down to bare metal. That is not rust on the roof, people. That's primer. I was sick and tired of stripping the primer off the car, leaning over like this and getting that stuff in my arms and on my hands. So I'm going to take a DA sander and remove that. That's not rust, though. That's actually primer. There's no rust in this car that I found so far. What you're looking at is a bare metal car, hand stripped. People were asking me, why do you want to hand strip it? Why not blast it? When you blast it, what happens is you lose the factory etching on the metal, and it also contributes to warpage. All right? Hand stripping, chemical stripping is the best way to strip a classic vehicle for restoration. So we went ahead and took it off of the, let me back it up here, this damn camera. So we went ahead and took it off the frame. Minnie, the body shop girl, extensively went under the car and did that for me. I couldn't get down there to do it. And then we put it on the rack that it's on, the homemade rack that I made. And the next thing we're going to do to this is Steve the Sandblaster, Steve, right here in Moab, Utah. If you need any sandblasting, call Steve or call me and I'll direct you to him. He's going to go ahead and do the firewall, the bottom of the floor, the dashboard, the door jambs, and the inside of the doors, and then around the windows. He's going to do that. He's going to blast that. But when you're restoring a car like this, you really, if you can, strip it by hand, do it. Don't hesitate, do it. That's all I can tell you. It is a very, very big nightmare job. Extremely, extremely time-consuming. But when you're done doing it, it's well worth it. So that's what's going on over here. But the main thing that's going on, is I'm walking, I'm feeling good, and I'm going to tell you, God gave me a new knee. I'm going to tell you that right now. God gave me a new knee. And if it wasn't for God, if it wasn't for Jesus Christ, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, I wouldn't have it. I had some clown act leave a comment and said, I thought God fixed your knee for you. He did, you dumbass. There we go. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do a little preaching. I'm not going to read you Bible scriptures and all that. I'm going to do you my friend Pete style. When I said God gave me a new knee, okay, I believe in Jesus Christ, and he led me and he guided me to get my knee done. Does that make sense? Believing in the Lord above and being an honest, faithful person in life can get you very far. So yes, God did give me a knee, and he's given me another one too. All right? I mean, I don't know how to explain it properly. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a father. I'm not a priest. Okay? But it all starts with believing, and you have to believe. That's all I can tell you. Will I get my Volkswagen running? Yeah, I'll get my Volkswagen running, whether you buy one of these pictures or not. I mean, you know, it'll happen. It's not going to happen today. I'm not going to rush out and buy, you know, $1,800 worth of brake parts so I can rebuild the brakes tomorrow. My motto is work before pleasure. My motto is I want food on my fucking table before I put air in my tires. Okay? But it'll happen. Am I going to ever sell this car? No, I'm not. I'm not going to ever sell it. If it never runs and I can walk out of my shop or walk outside and look at it, that's all I want. I'm happy. But one day I will get it running. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, telling you that believing is the beginning and the end. And if you don't believe, you need to believe. because believing is the only fucking way you're going to get ahead in life. I'm going to scoot over here and go behind the camera and turn it off. And I hope that everybody out there has a great, awesome day tomorrow, being Labor Day, and do what you want to do tomorrow. Don't worry about work. Work will be there on Tuesday. Work will be there. You will be blessed to go back to work Monday. Take it easy, guys. We'll see you later. Sorry for the long situation on the pictures, but I just thought I'd go ahead and throw all that in. And if anybody's interested, go to the description below. Give Minnie, the Body Shop girl, a phone call on the phone number to my shop. And if you're interested in me, commissioning me to get you one of these pictures out, I would be very, very grateful for you to do that. I will say one thing, you're going to have to pay for the shipping. You will have to pay for the shipping. I can't afford to give free shipping. Take it easy, guys.